Good evening. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm your host, the Incredible Sulk, and I hope you guys are doing great tonight. What is it, Thursday? It doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. I don't give a shit what day it is. Not to Jess either. She's got kids, and they get up the same time every day. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are achieving your dreams and becoming great cult members. A little bit every day. Just become slightly better. Just a little bit. And then one day, you will have earned your own black shirt. Right? This shirt isn't bought. It's earned. Right? It took years of practice before I finally earned my black shirt. It was yellow shirt for a long time, then orange shirt, and then green shirt, and then I had my brown shirt, and boy, did that take a long time. Thank you so much for coming. Tonight we're going to be talking about a couple of different things. Let's rewind that. A couple of different things. We got the New Jersey drones, which are weird, and I just wanted to cover it because, yeah, and that's a shorter video. So if we get done with that, we're gonna hop on over to to 4chan degenerates, which should be rich in fertile territory, right? You guys know what 4chan is, or maybe you don't, and then you should count yourself lucky. Yeah. So thanks for coming. These drones, I guess, are aliens or whatever. I don't know. It seemed interesting. Maybe they are drones. Maybe they're aliens. I don't know. The government's really trying to push aliens lately. I don't know why. It makes me dubious at best if the government is trying to push something on me, and then, you know. But who knows? We're millennials. Once in a species events are common for us. So, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. We're all so jaded. It doesn't matter. So, thanks for coming to my jaded ass stream. I hope you're just as jaded as I am. In fact, I know you are, because you watch my show. So, we meet at some sort of level. I'm positive of that. Anyways, let's get going. Let's just start, right? How much time do we have? Who knows? It might end. We might get nuked now. Nothing yet. But who knows, right? It's nighttime night and right now, and at any point it could just become daytime for a second or two, and then it becomes really hot, right? Really hot and really windy. It's Florida weather. That's just Florida weather for you. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready. I hope you're prepared. Get comfy. Get cozy. Get a drink. Hang out with somebody you like or somebody you don't like. I don't care. I'm not there with you. I am in spirit, but not physically. So, you know, be careful. If I was there, I would be able to protect you. But I'm not physically there. I know. This is a lot to wrap your head around. Anyways, if you're driving, keep driving. Stay safe. Don't speed. Don't drink and drive. If you're working, I don't care what you do at work. I'm not your boss. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming again. It is a Thursday night. I am the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this one's called the New Jersey drone situation. Pretty straightforward. Enjoy.
So the amount of updates on this drone situation is ridiculous. It's even hard to follow, but I did it. I'm going to do a video and I'm going to let you guys up to speed on everything that is going on in relation to these drones or UFOs.
Okay, I don't know if anybody has heard about this, or I feel like you should have heard about this, but if you haven't, maybe your algo isn't. Yeah, there's been a bunch of lights flying around places like New Jersey, especially New Jersey, but not just New Jersey, like Orange County and like someplace in Mexico. It's been happening, and the government doesn't know what they are. They have acknowledged that they are there. They thought they could have been from another country, but then they came out and said that wasn't the case. So Still don't know what they are.
whatever these things are.
Aliens. Aliens? I don't know. They could be drones. Everyone just calls them drones. Who do you got? Scott's first. Good job, Scott. Congratulations. Gold star for Scott. Ardenshire. Tim, what's up?
So we got videos of people who have supposedly communicated with them. You heard it right. There are people coming out on TikTok saying that they are hovering above their homes and they are telepathically communicating with these things, and they have video proof of it. It's quite wild.
How do you have video proof of telepathically communicating with something? I'm not saying, but maybe they do. I don't know. This girl right here, she's a medium from New Jersey. So we're gonna make fun of her. We're gonna make a lot of fun of her. And she looks like a younger version of what you would think a medium from New Jersey would look like. But the same hair and like the septum piercing, and she's working on a second chin right here. I don't want to be judgmental, but I'm gonna be, because I feel like it's my duty these days to do that, because the world's just in a state of shit. And so if I don't recognize it and call that out, it could continue, and that would be bad for everybody. So yeah, she's probably pretty stupid. Not saying she doesn't have psychic powers, but I know for a fact she's hardcore stupid. Hardcore.
And I have photos and videos, and at first I thought it was like a floating star, a planet that you could see, but then I realized it was very low to the ground.
Clumpy eyelashed bitch. Can you not work on that? That cannot be the style, right? She wasn't shooting for that, was she? That looks horrendous. I'm sorry.
There's also videos.
But the pink lipstick too. I haven't even gotten, well, we're 1 minute in, and it's this woman, her whole aesthetic is terrible. It's just awful. And I'll tell you why. Because she's a lesbian and she has a wife and a daughter. So I don't know if that was the wife's daughter. I don't know. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Maybe I'm too excited. I'll let it simmer. That's what I'll do. I'll let it simmer a little bit for you guys.
Of people catching these interferences on radio signals.
Tim B50 says, "Can we see her naked?" My guess would be yeah. I don't have like her OF account or anything like that. But she's a medium from New Jersey. She needs money, dude. So even if you can't find an OF, if you contact her on Instagram, which I'm positive she's on, and be like, yo, I got $500. Yeah, it's expensive. Groceries are expensive these days. It's not the days of like, I don't know how much. It really depends on her. I don't know how much people sell their nudes for. I know how much I charge, and that's $500 for a hot dog.
There's also a bunch of new videos when it comes to recording these bizarre drones that appear to be morphing into planes.
No takers. $500 for hot dog.
They're going crazy.
The thing is, there's a bunch of people tracking these.
Do you guys remember when that mall in Miami apparently had monsters in it, and every cop in Miami, which is hundreds of cops, showed up, and then they were all like, oh, it was black kids fighting with sticks, and then nobody bought that. Nobody bought that at all. And then everyone came out and said, like, no, there was like ghost monsters or something like that. Big shadow ghost monsters that were roaming around the mall. And apparently hundreds of people saw them. That was weird. That was weird. I'm not saying these are aliens or whatever is happening right now is aliens, but something's happening. It could be a big ass government psyop, and they're just using technology that they haven't shown us before, and that seems more likely to me. But I'm not going to rule out aliens. I'm just straight up not, because it wouldn't surprise me. It just wouldn't surprise me. Not even a little bit. And I'm sure they've been softening us up for decades for that fact, right? That there's aliens here and stuff. But I'm not going to confirm or deny whether I think that aliens are here, because I honestly I don't know. I would guess it makes sense, but I don't know.
Things up to the Atlantic Ocean. So the question is, where are they coming from? Are they actually human or not?
10B50 says, where is the average white man when we need $500? I don't know. I wish I had that guy in my chat. Seriously, I do.
And there's a bunch of theories.
I do.
Is this a fake alien invasion? Is this a real invasion? Or are these aliens who live in the ocean who are getting the heck out of here because something big is about to happen?
Background noise says, start low in the negotiation, rookie. I did.
There's a bunch of theories coming on. We're gonna be taking a look into.
What do you think? You think I'm just some cheap whore background noise? Is that what you think of me? Because we might have to throw hands. And I'm not a cheap whore. I'm a mid-range whore at the very least. I'm not saying I'm like the top of the tier kind of, island / getting pooped on by a guy from Dubai, like a Saudi prince from Dubai type of tier, but I'm mid-range at least, at bare minimum. I could make a living. I could go out there and strip. I could go and dance and stuff, but no, I sit here with you guys because, I don't know, dignity. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have
to
dignity.
that. But let's start with the basic.
I
So
don't
it all
have any of
starts
that.
At the Manchester airport back in November 25th, a video was posted by supposed Captain Bigelow. It shows us a video.
Arden Shara says, I think average white man is Marie's alt account to drum up donors. That's a conspiracy. That could be, that is a conspiracy. Did you guys see this one? Apparently at Manchester. Is JD here? JD's not here. He would say Manchester for us correctly. Manchester Airport, there was a blue orb hovering above the tarmac, and a lot of people caught videos and pictures of it, which is very strange, and including pilots and stuff, and flying out, and then it flew up into the air, right? And flying objects are not supposed to be around airports, which makes me wonder why weren't jets scrambled, because if there's something flying around airports, it's a very serious federal crime. And drones and stuff are not capable of doing that. Legally, I guess. The ones you buy from DJI or something like that come with something called RFID, and they are incapable of flying near an airport. They'll just shut down, or they won't even take off in the first place. And then you need to get clearance and stuff like that. So it's probably not a drone. Maybe it was a home-built drone, but even then, I would heavily doubt that was a drone. It just didn't look like one. It looked like a big blue orb.
A picture of supposed drone that landed at the airport. The event happened back in June, but was only posted in December 25th or 27th. Then it was deleted. After that, a bunch of sightings started happening, and most of these sightings were, well, they looked like advanced tech. It didn't look like these drones that we're seeing now.
What the? Babe. Is that a saucer?
Baby, I'm recording it all.
There's no way that's a...
Scott says CERN broke the veil. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Maybe CERN actually does nothing, because we don't actually see anything that happens at CERN. We don't know what's going on. They tell us what's happening at CERN, and then people outside on the internet are like, well, we think it's collapsing the universe, with no evidence for that, and completely theoretical circumstances, it could hypothetically do that. Maybe. I don't know. But there's no evidence that anything is happening at CERN besides exactly what they're saying is happening. But I really like the theories about CERN. It's trippy with the Mandela effect and stuff. It kind of matches up, but there's nothing concrete, and there never will be. I don't know. I don't want to say that, because who knows? Something might happen tomorrow, and then in the middle of CERN, some sort of portal opens, and then demons start flowing out, and then we're all playing Doom in IRL, which would be again, it wouldn't surprise me. It just wouldn't surprise me, right? I would be like, okay, this is kind of what I figured my life would lead to, is me fighting demons that came out of Switzerland. And, yeah, unfazed. Maybe drug addicts have it right. You know, society has been is just always judging drug addicts for just sitting around shooting themselves up with like fent and stuff, and they're just laying around and all arched over and stuff like that. Maybe they're all like, maybe they have a better idea of what's going on, and they're just far more jaded than I am. Like, just they know what's going on, and they can't mentally help it. They're just geniuses. Every drug addict on the street is a genius. I'm going to go with that theory. And should they choose to stop doing drugs and participate in society, they would be wealthy and billionaires, right? But they just know so much that they decided to just do a bunch of fentanyl. I'm going to go with that theory. And Virgie was never a genius. So he tried, but he failed at being a drug addict. Yeah, he failed out of being a drug addict. Quitter. Absolute quitter. Hey, Forest Mommy. Forest Mommy says your mom's a UFO. Yeah. Yes. What?
And then the outlets started talking about this massively, and then we started seeing these drone-sized planes or choppers.
Because all my friends say they saw her at one night, and they're all lying. Is that why she's a UFO? I don't know. I'm trying.
They seem to morph into something else sometimes.
No way.
That's an airplane? That's very clearly an airplane.
No way.
Or a drone? I don't know.
That's not a plane.
That's like a TIE fighter. I know what that is. That's a TIE fighter. Or a kite.
This video was posted by Iceman Fox 1 on TikTok, and checking his account, I saw some videos that suggest that he's a computer artist. If this is fake, it kind of resembles what a lot of people are saying that they're seeing in the sky. An object that initially looks like a plane, but then morphs into something else.
Okay. Scott says, "Oh, seen that pic of Royce and Mersh at the shoot 'em up." Royce is like 5'2". He's not 5'2". He's like 5'6". Yeah, I think he's like 5'6". He's not that tall.
So what's being said by a lot of people is that these objects, they look like planes, they look like choppers, but they are way smaller.
Scott says that's why you played video games in your life, Sulk, was to prepare for the demon fighting ahead. Yeah, that could be very, right? It desensitizes us. And a lot of future warfare, which would be like today, they use controllers because people are just so familiar with them. They know exactly how to use them. So there's no learning curve behind it. So was it intended for that? I don't know, but it definitely worked out, didn't it? So, okay. Whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. But shit like this keeps happening. And is it just going to keep it on? Or is it going to come to some sort of crescendo? Or is it just going to just cock tease us until it just gets annoying? I think that's going to be it. It's just going to tease us, and then it's going to go away for a while, and then it's going to come back. And it's going to play like this hot and cold game. And then we're just going to be over it. We're going to move on. We're going to be like, where's the Loch Ness Monster? We want to see that one. I would
The
love to have a Loch
configuration
Ness
of the
Monster.
lights blinking and all that, very different from airplanes and choppers.
Yes, but it has the red and green light. You know, like on the tip of each wing, there's a left and like a right wing, and then one is green and one is red. So you can tell which direction the airplane is flying. Why does it have that? Why does it have that? Why? Why would it have that? I don't know. I don't know.
So there's something really weird about it. And there's loads of people
Hmm.
reporting that they actually make a very similar sound to drones. You can hear the sound.
Sounds
Play
like a
it
fucking
again.
drone.
You can see that that's obviously not a plane. But you can hear what sounds like a drone, rotor, and all that. So because there were loads of videos popping up all over New Jersey and other places of these mysterious objects that sound like drones, they look like planes, people were confused.
Oh my god.
And so this is when officials
Was
and
that the
experts started
sound?
saying that these are actually drones, man-made drones, made by possibly some other country. And this
Scott says, just call it what it is. It's Santa Claus's elves doing recon. It's not. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Santa. Santa
is
works.
where we're at.
Where is NORAD? Where is NORAD? I mean, like, I know where it roughly is, but, like, where are they chiming in and being like, these are just this? Because shouldn't they know? Shouldn't they know, like, what's in the sky and what they're doing? And there's been press conferences on what these things are, and they're just all shoulders. They're just... That's concerning. I mean, but they let a Chinese balloon float all the way across the country before they did anything. So maybe it is China. Maybe it is. And then, I mean, Biden's still president, right? So he's not going to do anything.
Right now with this situation. So this is a really interesting threat coming from PDB.
Except for bomb Russia. That's when he's going to bomb Russia. So he can, it's like farting and then walking out of an elevator, right? And then making eye contact with everybody, right? You make eye contact, you fart deeply, and then you walk out of the elevator. And then press every button on the way out. That's how I get out of every elevator.
On Twitter, and he goes down this rabbit hole. So
Use the
it started
stairs.
with Mayor of New Jersey met with Homeland and has no answers. They don't know what it is. He explains that they had a meeting. All they know is that they are not dangerous, but they don't know where they come from and what they are. So then they again admit they don't know what's happening. And then a congressman reports that 50 of these drones were emerging from the ocean, including a vessel leading 12 to 30 drones. Wait a minute, I think there's this video over here of this woman, Slasher Wife 85. This was posted 1 week ago.
Slasher Wife
This was
85?
captured in Orange County, California.
That doesn't sound like a good name. If my wife had a name like Slasher Wife, I'd be like... She always jokes about killing me in, like, nefarious ways, like leaving the gas on and stuff. But I don't believe any of that. But if she had a name like Slasher Wife, and then she, like, kept writing things in blood on the wall backwards, I might get a little bit more suspicious, but I'd still think she's fucking with me. And if, like, you know, she gave me a present and I opened it up and it was my dead cat and stuff, like, I'm like, oh, that's an epic prank, honey. That's an epic prank. You killed my cat as a prank. Yeah, it's a good one. I would be worried then.
On these lights.
They're going into the ocean, is that it?
So they look like they're going into the ocean.
See, even the police, they're going crazy.
Wow, I saw that.
You can see the little splash.
Wow, again, a splash. You can actually see the splash. You're kidding me. Wow, they're all...
So they do have drones that can go into the water that I've seen. Are these them? I don't know. I don't think so. But again, maybe. Yeah. Why would they do that?
All,
I don't know.
they're all going into the ocean. Now,
I just thought this was
posted
interesting.
A week ago,
I
right?
wanted
7
to
days
share
ago,
this
let's
with
just
you
put it
guys.
like that. And this was an
I don't know if I have any social commentary about it. I just think it's strange that so much of this UFO shit's going on right before a major war. It seems like there's going to be a major war. And I don't know. It just bums me out that, like, the world is ending. But is it ending? It sure seems like that. It really
Orange
does.
County, California. And then
Hey,
we have
Alice.
this video.
Did they summon you? Did you seriously summon you, Alice? Hey, welcome, Alice. We're talking about aliens, and then we're going to talk about degenerates on 4chan.
Coming in from La Changis.
But we're doing this first. We're doing this first just because this is an hour old. This was put out an hour ago, and I've been seeing stuff all over TikTok. I've been on TikTok. If anybody has been, yeah, it's gay. I don't care. Call me gay. Is it going to be the first time you guys call me gay? Is that going to be the first time you guys ever called me like queer or stuff like that? Go ahead. Call me gay. I've been on TikTok.
One or Delia 6
What? Follow me on TikTok.
days ago in Islas Mujeres, if I'm not mistaken, in Mexico.
The Woman Isles? Mujeres? Woman Isles? Is that what Mujeres is?
In the Caribbean Sea. Take a look at this. This is crazy.
Forest Mommy says gay. Yep.
Look at that.
I'm so gay.
Look at that. I mean, like, the guy in the boat is not even paying attention either.
I like how she's listening to, like, what is that? Who is at the club? Boots with the fur. Is that like Nelly or something like that? I'm not good at naming music or anything, but is that what that is? From 15 or 20 years ago?
There's a USO or UFO just behind
Nothing
him.
new since then. It was just that absolute banger, and then they were all like, "Yeah, this is it. This is what we're going forward with."
Inside the water, and they actually captured it on camera. This is quite a good catch.
Oh, Couch Turfing says, "Please don't follow him on TikTok." Yeah, okay. she's encouraging you not to follow me places. Background noise says, "Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, whole club looking at her." Classic. That's a classic song.
Look at that.
So you see, it's a spot of light, which is weird. That is weird. Some people said it was divers or something like that. That's definitely not divers. Divers have a boat, right? And if they're that close to the surface, they have to have a surface marker buoy, which is like a little balloon that you blow up and it shows. And you should have a dive flag. It's not divers. That's clearly not divers. If anything, it would be a submarine, but I don't know submarines have lights like that. Maybe they do, but submarines don't even have windows. Why would they have lights?
That. Oh my. And it's the same color, isn't it? Let me just check this out. I think it's the same color. Look at that.
Oh, JD's here. He said, "I'm here for the degenerate stuff." We'll just wait. JD, can you say Manchester for us? So we know how to pronounce it. Is that Manchester? Is that like that? I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Going crazy.
Oh my
Manchester.
gosh. It is the same color. Look at that. It's a light blue hue, and this is basically the same color. Look at that. Yeah, I would say that this is not these are not divers. They're in the middle of the ocean. They're going fast. There are no boats surrounding this. These are no divers. Let's just check this out.
By the way, diving in the middle of the ocean is creepy. It's very scary because there's nothing. It's just blue, and it's just nothing. It's just infinite blue below you, and then if you're deep enough, it just looks like infinite blue above you, and it's a very strange sensation. It's not fun. It's like it's not that great. It's pretty scary.
Let's see on Google Maps. Let's go over to Google Maps. So we have California. Orange County, California.
Okay. And then
Craziest thing.
apparently people's drones aren't flying to go see what's up there.
What the?
Look at that. The sky's full of...
And this guy did a time lapse on his camera.
These are the objects that we're seeing, but recorded in 65 times speed. It appears as if these objects are leaving Earth.
Are those planes? Possibly. Oh, there was a car that went by.
But then I started digging deeper into this topic.
What
and
is
then
that?
I found this video posted to Reddit by OKPeace4040. And take a look at this. This was supposed...
Dan Snow says, I'm in Orange County. I have heard people in my FB community page about drones. Have they been talking about them? Yeah, apparently something's happening. And maybe it's thousands of drones. It could be thousands of drones. We know that's the technology that is around. And it wouldn't surprise me if it was just thousands of drones.
supposedly captured by...
But I don't know. I mean, that would worry me too, right? If there was just thousands of drones and nobody knew who was controlling them, that would be a very serious national security threat, wouldn't it?
a ship in space. One of ours. And in it you can see a fleet. It looks like a fleet of objects is...
Arden Shire says, Ashton on X said that specific film was satellites sped up 64 times. Okay, I believe that. That actually makes sense. However, if we go back...
It appears as if these objects are leaving
See,
Earth.
the thing about satellites is usually they go in one direction around the Earth. They go against the rotation, and so they're all going like east, right? That's why because it's just easier to get things into orbit if you launch them against the rotation of the Earth, right? And it's very difficult to get satellites to go in a polar orbit, right? Not that it's impossible, but it's very difficult. So most satellites are going yonder, right? These are going all over the place. So I don't know if I believe that they're satellites. Or at least man-made satellites. They could be pieces of junk caught, but even then, it would still be going in kind of one direction. I know that because I played a lot of Kerbal Space Program. And I feel like that qualifies me better than any sort of rocket scientist. A lot of Kerbal Space Program. So...
But then I
That
started
game kicks
digging
so much
deeper
ass.
into this topic. And then I found this video posted to Reddit by OKPeace4040. And take a look at this. This was supposedly captured by a ship in space. One of ours. And in it you can see a fleet.
that could be anything. And he said this was taken in the 80s anyway, so it doesn't matter.
This woman who is supposedly communicating with them. So let's begin with this video posted by Kenny Poach on Reddit 6 days ago. The same period of time where a lot of people saw these drones coming in the ocean. So as he states, today in Seattle, 106 went from Christmas Station to Alien Invasion Hellscape. When tuning into it, after about 6 seconds, it would presumably switch to HD signal and this would happen.
That's one person. That's one person. That's one person. If it happened to like thousands of vehicles, then it'd be like very strange. But one person, I don't know. Let's see what this medium has
It's
to
interesting,
say.
right? And so she posted this video. It's quite long. I'm going to summarize it for you guys, but I'm going to play a little bit of it just so you have an idea of what she's talking about.
Hi, I am Ash Fanta. I am not a social media influencer. I'm just a psychic medium. I'm a channeler, energy worker, intuitive healer.
Energy worker. She doesn't work in the energy field. Do people like this make money? I mean, she must make money to afford all those crystals and stuff.
That's my work. What I'm about to tell you, I am asking you, do not make fun of me because this is very serious. It's happening.
Alice says, okay, I'm going to try and get my husband to be part of the Sulk cult. Dude, why isn't he already? What? Have you been keeping me secret? Are you ashamed of me? Are you my parents? That's not nice, Alice. You should be proud of me. And you should have told him already. Honestly, you really should have. Maybe he'd be really into it. Or maybe he would be mortified and then you wouldn't be able to come back. I don't know what he's like.
To me almost daily. And I do not want anybody picking on me about that.
Couch surfing says, yes, they do, John. People fall for the dumbest shit. That's fair. That's completely fair. Because people are stupid. People are really, really stupid. I mean, just on the whole, they're pretty fucking stupid. Because it's just easier. And, you know, even smart people, they'll just be like, I'm just going to be stupid on this one. Because it's easier. It's easier just to be stupid, or at least act stupid, than it is to convince a bunch of stupid people that they're being stupid. So just go with it. People who think they're smart and try to change people's minds are actually fucking stupid. The real smart people know the stupid people are being stupid, but don't try to stop the stupid people from doing stupid things. And just be stupid with them because they don't want to, like, have that kind of strife in their life, you know? They don't want to have that battle that they know they're not going to win. You can't make somebody smarter with an argument. It's impossible. It's just not, the science isn't there. So, the real smart people will also act stupid. Just to be a part of the crowd.
I grew up here, then I moved away from here, moved to California, I came back, and I've lived here ever since, and I've never seen a UFO. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Here. Okay? And then about a month ago, they show up at my house, and there was 2 of them. And I have photos and videos, and at first I thought it was like a floating star, a planet that you could see, but then I realized it was very low to the ground.
So she said don't make fun of her, right? She said she did this on the internet, and she was like, internet, don't make fun of me because I don't handle it well. And the internet was like, oh, okay. Not the internet. The internet's not going to make fun of you for being a dumb whore and thinking you have powers, because that's what she wants. She's tired of being a basic bitch, and so she puts in a nose ring and gets like a festive tattoo or something like that, and then sits on crystals. And then, now she's an energy worker. No, you're just some dumb bitch from New Jersey. I'm sorry. It's okay to be normal. It really is. It's totally, totally okay to be normal. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being the top of the bell curve. There's a lot of advantages, in fact, right? It seems like an easier life. You know, you're not out to impress anybody, but also, you're not like the main target either. So you're just kind of blending in, and you get to have a happy life. It's okay that you're a faceless figure in a crowd, and you don't even have the body to like turn heads or anything like that. And you're probably not that great looking under all that makeup. That's okay. You don't need to shove crystals up your ass and like, you know, play with Ouija boards and try to channel aliens and stuff for us to think you're interesting. I don't think you're interesting. I don't. And I never will, probably, in all fairness. Barring some sort of actual magical powers. Show me that then. Show me your magical powers, whore. I want to see the magical powers you got from eating the apple.
And it was only there for like 30 minutes. Okay, and so then, ever since that happened, this continues to happen, except now...
She doesn't even have the magic powers not to clump up her eyeliner or her eyelashes, dude. Look at those. It's like spider legs sticking out of her eyes. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I will see them 20 miles from my house in another county, and it will follow me all the way to my house. And then as I'm pulling up in my driveway.
Amanda says, so I have a septum piercing, but it's stretched. I don't have the basic bitch ring. Well, if there's such a thing as a basic bitch septum piercing, maybe you should just get rid of it altogether, right? Maybe you shouldn't be like, I have a septum ring too, like all these girls, but mine is slightly different. Just get rid of it, right? Or pierce something else. There's a lot of things you can pierce. I just don't know why this is so popular. And a lot of bitches with like mental issues have those. I don't know if they're all that serious mental issues, but no, you know what? That's unfair. That's unfair because everybody has mental issues these days. Every single person. Even if you say you're not, you're probably some sort of like American Psycho narcissist who flexes in the mirror when they bang. I know I am. For a fact, right? I keep bothering Jess. I'm like, we need a bigger mirror. She's like, no, it's creepy. Stop. Should I get a nose piercing like that? Like a big old honking one? No, that would look ridiculous. And people would think I'm gay. And fair enough. Fair enough. But I can't have you guys calling me gay. My self-esteem is too fragile for that. All right? So if you could please refrain from calling me any sort of homophobic names, I would definitely appreciate that.
I see it coming from the back of my house.
Now let me just look over at my chat.
Of my house, and now it's in the back of my yard. And so,
And Couch Turfing says, I love mirror sex. Shut the fuck up. What?
We're filming it. This is happening.
Thank you, Dan. Dan's not the true friend, comes in and says, we'll call you gay no matter what. I appreciate that. Again,
John. Every few days. And then all of a sudden, about 2 weeks ago,
JD Grab says ceiling mirror. Here's the thing about a ceiling mirror. I would be asleep and then I would open my eyes, waking up, and then I would see myself staring at myself, and I would forget that the ceiling mirror exists, and it would scare the living shit out of me. And I don't think I would adapt either. I think I would just always think I'm dead and somehow floating above my dead body. That's what I would think. Every single morning I would wake up, I'd open my eyes, I would see my corpse laying in bed, and I would I've passed on. That's what I would think. That's exactly what I would
had an
think.
encounter. I'm
dead.
Okay. I was sitting in my bedroom.
Amanda says guys will fuck this broad no matter what. And that's a fact. For sure. It's like, yeah, she's not winning in any department. She's not blowing you away with the face card. And the body is probably suboptimal. But not to the point where it's gross, right? So she's just very mid. She's very basic, right? She's your standard unit. And she does all of this stuff with the bangs and stuff. So she doesn't seem like an android. And I understand that. You wanted to have some uniqueness in your life. You wanted to stand out in some way. But you let it take hold of you. And now you think you have powers and there's crystals all over your house, and you talk about astrology signs and stuff, and this makes you a target, right? Because men know you're stupid. They know when you start rattling off stuff like that, they know you're probably pretty easy. It's just a fact. It's just a hardcore fact. Right? You could always text her at weird times, 11:11, because she believes in astrology, right? So text her at weird times and she'll think it's fate or something like that. Or, look up the movement of the planets and then contact her in certain retrogrades, or I don't know shit about astrology. So at certain points, I'm just saying it's going to be very easy to manipulate you. Okay. And it's not fair that men think like this, but we're kind of forced to think like this. If you're not just giving it up for nothing, then we have to like figure out a way to trick you into it. That's not our fault. It's really not our fault. Okay. It's you being so stingy with it. So stop being so stingy with it. And then we won't have to go on like shooting sprees and stuff.
Home alone. My wife and son were gone. My front door was open because
I'm sorry. I'm a Pisces and I act like this when Uranus is in retrograde.
they just left, and my screen door was shut. And the one thing that I
Virgo
do with
have
my
been
channel is to help get like my creativity is I draw.
Mayo writes says Mercury's in retrograde. Excuse me, Mayo. Thank you.
And I was drawing a portrait of my grandmother, and all of a sudden I heard telepathically for the very first time, go out.
A lot of makeup. This is a lot of makeup, right? And when Jess puts on makeup, it takes forever. So this must have taken a long time. Did she do this specifically for the video? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe this is just her going out all day. Doesn't that get like uncomfortable? Like a little bit of makeup is fine. Don't get me wrong. Please do not have a problem with makeup, because some of you bitches need it. But like when you go overboard like that, everybody notices. You're not making it like, oh, it's just a little bit. Oh. No, everybody notices you cake it on, especially if you have like acne, right? Because then you like put a lot of foundation and then your face just looks like the surface of the moon. And that's not nice. That's not nice to say. That's not nice for me to say, but it's also not nice to look at. What are you going to do? I don't know. Change your diet. Stop putting on so much makeup. Let your face breathe a little bit. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm an astrologer. So.
Outside. And in my head, I was like, no, I'm like drawing right now. I'm in the flow. Like, I'm in flow state right now. No. And of course, I didn't even ask who it was.
Mayo Riot says I woke up like this. And Couch Surfing says, Mayo, you look great. You look great, bud. You look great.
Well, then I heard it again. Go outside now. And I still said no.
Background noise says she looks like my niece did her makeup. And that's so funny. Because my niece did my makeup one time. And it wasn't too far off. Honey, can you send me that picture so I can bring it up? Yeah, this is true. My niece did my makeup and it was adorable.
And so the third time,
I'm a great uncle too.
It sounded like someone took this massive, and I mean massive.
Oh, Amanda says Mayo is a babe, hitting it off. What is with my chat being so sexed up lately? I know this. You guys think this is a sex cult, despite my clear exception to that. Right? I keep telling you guys this is not a sex cult, but you guys insist on just being horny in my chat. And I don't want to run my show like that.
And hit the
front
door.
This is not a smut
my
channel.
Screen door.
Now let's watch this chick deep throat a crystal all the way down.
And it shook all the windows in the house.
So she goes on to explain how she heard in her head something telling her to go outside, but she didn't. And then something knocked on her door. She goes outside and she sees the motion light cameras coming on and off. When she looks
Amanda says, and some of you men need me to be 5 beers deep. Yeah, that's... Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not saying, everybody's perfect out there, Amanda. No, I'm not. Because some people need makeup, some people need alcohol. But thankfully, we've invented both of those things. And so it's not a problem. We have the technology for people to hook up. That's what there's a reason why we haven't gone extinct yet. And it's probably because of alcohol and makeup. They're big factors.
She completely blanks out. She doesn't remember anything. And the next day when she wakes up, she doesn't remember a thing, but she feels this immense pain in her nostril.
Okay, she wakes up not remembering anything and feels an intense pain in her nostril. And looking at her makes me think that she does Molly. So maybe it was tons of Molly. or ecstasy or MDMA or whatever you want to call it. 2CBC or whatever. I don't know. It could be drugs. You could be, and don't tell me you don't do Molly. This bit, she looks like she has done Molly at least once, at the very least. Maybe peyote too. I don't think that's going to mess with your nose though.
When I woke up, it felt like someone took a screwdriver up the left side of my nose. Like, it was pounding, and I mean pounding. And my head was pounding, like severely.
Dan Snot says all cults are sex cults. When you get to a certain point, yes, of course that's true. But maybe we'll just drink the Kool-Aid before we get there.
Pounding.
Maybe we're all going to get so bricked up that we just have to start pounding the Kool-Aid. Or else we'll, yeah.
To the point, like, for 3 weeks.
Dan Snot says, I smoked coke on weed once. Sweet. Cocoa Puff, that's what that's called.
I didn't work. I laid in bed. Like,
Manda says, so you smoke crack, Dan? Manda, you don't know what crack is. You don't know what crack is. No. That's not crack. That is not crack. Crack is like cooked down. And they, like, when you cook cocaine down, it loses like a sodium atom. And it becomes a totally different chemical that is like more readily available. And you cook it down with something like baking soda or something. I don't know. I've never cooked crack. But crack is not cocaine per se. You can put cocaine into like a blunt or something like that and smoke it, but that's smoking cocaine. That's not smoking crack. There's a very real difference.
I felt awful. And it wasn't from a sickness, it wasn't flu or nothing. It was just my head was like pounding, my nose was pounding. And so I don't know what happened.
Okay, so this is this is her makeup, and this is the makeup that my niece did for me. What do you guys think? It's kind of, Jess looks great, and that's probably why she picked this picture, because she looks fantastic in this, and I look kind of, but that's fine. That's okay. I got my lipstick, and then there's just random marks on my face. So I think it's better than her makeup. Let's go see. Look at hers, right? It's all patchy. She's got the spider leg eyes. The pink is just not suiting her, right? She's more of an Autumn. Let's be honest. You're more of an Autumn. You dumb whore. And then look at me. Flawless. My niece was 4, I think. And if you guys need tips, there you go.
So she then goes on to explain.
It was really bad. And I like how I'm doing the kissy face. You couldn't do one where I wasn't doing the kissy face like I was into it, Jess? Thank you, though.
A lot of other things. If you want to watch her video, I suggest you go over to her channel. And then she posts a video of the sighting that she had.
They still talk. They still like...
Amanda says, sorry, I don't know the intricate details of cocaine and crack, John. Well, that's why you're here.
Come down.
That's why you're here.
Will you ask them, say, if you can hear us, will you blink in and out?
If you can.
Amanda says, so what is it called when you start smoking cocaine off a spoon? It's called freebasing.
You let us blink in out, please.
It's called freebasing, yeah.
I saw something blinking there.
Can I say it out loud?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
Say, to the aliens in the sky, we love you, we welcome you.
We love you.
Oh my gosh.
It blinked. It blinked.
Oh my
And it's
gosh.
blinking.
It's blinking in and out.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god, it's blinking in and out for you, Kai.
They can hear us.
Do you see that?
So there has been news stories of people saying they can summon UFOs, and they get like an orb like this after like praying or something like that. I don't know what to think of this. This is weird. Is that real? Maybe. Or it could be faked so easily. So easily. But she doesn't seem like she'd be tech savvy enough to fake it. Or even be willing to fake it, really. So it's very strange.
Oh my gosh. So this is what appears to be a contact that happened between this woman and whatever these things are that are flying in our sky. Authorities don't seem to know what they are, but they're not from any other country. They are triangulating the US and other countries apparently also, the Atlantic, Pacific to the Caribbean Ocean. Maybe they've been there for quite a while. They're showing up close to power plants. In my first videos I showed you guys that. They morph into planes and choppers. No one knows why.
Maybe they are planes and choppers. Wild guess. That's just a wild guess. And this is basically over anyway. They morph into planes and choppers. They couldn't just be planes and choppers in the first place. I don't want to be that dickhead, but I'm going to be that dickhead. Maybe from afar, it looks like a UFO, but then it gets closer, and then you're like, oh, it's a helicopter. Oh, it morphed into a helicopter. That's fucking retarded. That's a retarded way to think. Anyways, this is 4chan degenerates.
As of April 2022,
Hit the
there
like
were
button,
roughly
you guys.
5 billion
There's 50
internet
of you. Hit
users
the like button.
worldwide, amounting to about 63% of the world's population.
Hey, Forky, am I in? Is this the cult? You're in. You got it. You're in the cult, bud.
However,
Welcome.
92% of internet access happens through mobile phones, meaning the majority probably never go any deeper than surface-level social media apps like YouTube, Facebook.
Arden Cher says, 07, Forky. Welcome, and we love you. Now take off your clothes. Yeah, Forky, you're going to have to get used to this. This is a sex cult, right? Even though I've said many times it's not a sex cult. Fuck, we have a shirt that says, hold on. We have a shirt that says, this is not a sex cult, right? It's right here. It's this little number right here. So, but seems like nobody wants to believe me that it's not a sex cult, but I will drop that link just in case somebody wants to buy that.
And Twitter. For most people on the internet,
I mean,
even
this is a
Reddit
cult.
remains squarely outside of their browsing
Cults
comfort
need
zone.
money, too.
The further you drift away from these highly frequented hubs, the less appropriately moderated the web environments become. And with the absence of moderation and a low bar of entry, these sites become populated almost exclusively by people with essentially non-existent sensibilities and interests that range from niche to downright deranged.
So what did we arrive on? What were the drones? Were they actually drones or were they aliens? Never mind.
With the internet becoming more and more sanitized as time goes on, we tend to overlook the places where it has maintained its Wild West status, as they're usually associated with toxicity and xenophobic attitudes towards who they consider normies. But
Amanda says $24.99 for a shirt, and what's the shipping, John? I don't know. The website's right there. I don't know. It's not supposed to be like cheap. I mean, I'm not making tons of money off of it. What I get like $5 for one of those shirts. You want me to make no bucks for it? I mean, I guess I could do that. I don't know what the shipping is. I imagine it's not very expensive. It's a t-shirt. But if you do buy it, send me a picture because that would be cool. I would enjoy that.
if we're to breach their self-imposed isolation, we can find the most glaring examples of why this isolation might be for the best, with certain online spaces presenting themselves as welcoming any and all kinds of antisocial, dysfunctional, and otherwise weird
Background noise says they are just light refracting off gas pockets trapped in Venus. No, that's nonsense.
people. It's no surprise
That's
that they also end up
nonsense.
taking in those who have crossed the line from being
Or background noise might be like a man in black. A Men in Black. He's a one guy, but Men in Black, the organization. So, do you have one of those things? You know, that makes like the mind eraser. Boy, I bet Jeffrey Epstein wish he had one of those.
regular outcasts to actual
I bet
criminals.
He does. I bet
Case
a lot of really rich people want one of
in
those.
point, today, we'll be going over the criminals associated with the most antagonized forum on the internet.
Oh, you are. Amanda's about to buy a shirt. Thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And this is not about the money. It's just, I feel special when somebody wants to like wear something. It's just nice, you know. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that. $5.99 shipping, apparently. That one was designed. The sex cult one was designed by Critical Thought. She's not here because she's doing whatever thought does. I don't know.
4chan creeps and 2D women go together like peanut butter and jelly. After all, when you can't persuade any real three-dimensional...
Oh, you're sweet. Manda says, I got you, John. I've always liked you and Jess. Thank you. People usually like Jess a lot better,
women
though.
to be your waifu, who could blame you for resorting to anime
I get
girls
it.
instead?
I get it. I really
Unlike
do.
3D bimbos, cartoon characters won't reject you for
Obviously,
being
yeah.
the quote-unquote nice guy with zero redeeming qualities that you are. But some people take their preoccupation with imaginary women a tad bit further than others. Take the case of Thaddeus McMichael, or Mad Thad 089.
And then Manda says, I do like Jess more. And I'm not hurt by that, right? You know why? Because my son even says that. And he says Jess, not Mama, which is like weird, but I'm not going to correct him because he just said that he loves his mom more than me. So I'm like, well, screw you then.
0. Back in the late 2000s and early 2010s, he was active on 4chan, Facebook,
No more
and
candy. When Jess leaves to go to like the gym or the grocery store or whatever, then he's like, okay, good. Mom's gone. Can I have a cookie? I'm all like, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me, man. You know I can't give you a cookie. And then he just keeps going until he gets a cookie. And I always give in. Every single time. So, is it my fault? Yeah.
YouTube. He started off his channel, which now has 6,000 subscribers, with videos of him singing anime openings. It's cringy, sure, but it seems like the innocent pastime of an anime fan. And he continued on like that.
Amanda says, I see you guys on Twitter. You're a cute as fuck family. Thank you. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. We try. We try to... Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that.
For a while, uploading dozens of videos of him singing or discussing current events.
Alright guys, Mad Thad 089 on here once again, and big fucking news came out yesterday. They're remaking Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Silver for the Game Boy Color, regular Game Boy, for the DS. They're remaking this shit.
A few years later, though, his fixation on one anime in particular would make itself manifest: School Days. Or, more specifically, the character Kodanoha Katsura, a 15 to 16-year-old schoolgirl in the anime. His
Stacked.
most popular videos,
Stacked.
having hundreds of thousands of views, are the ones where he displays his
Okay, so this is this guy's wife. 283,000 views? Damn. This is not okay, so this is definitely encouraging them to be weird. But
love for this
whatever.
character, such as Happy Birthday to My Waifu, where he sings her happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kotonoha.
Alice says my son loves me the most. So it's a thing across where is it a boy thing? Because maybe girls love their dad more and then boys just love their mom more. I have two boys, right? They both look a lot like Jess. Like quite a bit. And they love their mom. That's right. They love their mom.
Happy birthday to you.
On his Facebook account, he would go even further in showing just how enamored he was by posing in pictures with his waifu and popping her the question. He went as far as making a Facebook account for her so he could make status updates of being in a relationship.
Oh, Amanda just bought the shirt. Thank you. Hope it gets here before Xmas. Me too. I hope it does. Send a pic. Post a pic and then I'll share it. Thank you. I appreciate
with
that.
her and engaged to her. He also responded to himself through the account he made for her, pretending to be her. Take this interaction they had. My waifu, we look so kawaii together.
Mayo Riot says if I ever become a dad, I'm going to be muted too. That's pretty funny.
Bad. I know.
I'm not muted. I know for a fact I'm not muted because I have this like light thing. And if it's not doing anything, then I would be muted. But it's clearly doing something. See, there's lights. I'm becoming professional. There's things here. I don't know what they do, but it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. I'm tricking myself. That's what it is. I'm faking it till I make it. And now I'm a cult leader. Things are looking up for John.
Oh,
I'm just,
I was
that's all
so
I'm saying.
tired that day. Thanks for cuddling
People
up
are
with me.
buying shirts for God's sakes. Look at that. Buying shirts of me. Well, not me. Of things I have said.
Baka, it's not like I wanted to cuddle with you or anything. Stop being tsundere. For all of these shenanigans, and the fact that he
There's nothing sweeter than a man and his fuck pillow. He fucks that pillow. He has sex with that pillow. So, see, I like how I did this thing where it's like aliens are here and they're here to destroy the world. And this is why. You see the contrast I'm doing? Aliens are here to burn us out because of underage sex pillow. It's an underaged sex pillow, right? It's not even of age. It's not even legally allowed to be a sex pillow, but yet here we are. And this dude is in love with it.
He regularly posted under the name Kotonoha's Husbando on the anime and sports boards. He was somewhat of a phenomenon on 4chan.
Hey,
The
Nabs, dog.
pinnacle of his obsession, though, that we know of, is probably when he had sex with his Kotonoha body pillow and posted a video of it on Tumblr. A post on the anime reality reads,
What is Tumblr? I've heard of Tumblr a million times. I've never gone to Tumblr. What is Tumblr? Is Tumblr still a thing? Tumblr's not a thing anymore, is it? It can't be. I work on the internet. I have no idea what Tumblr is. This dude posted a video of him fucking his underage sex pillow. Bring it on, aliens. Just nuke it from orbit, right? Don't even bother with the invasion and like trying to make peace, because you know we're not going to make peace. You've seen the internet. I am sure the aliens have internet access to like all like the B-board and all of Reddit and all of Twitter, and they have judged us accordingly, and they have found us guilty of whatever it is we're guilty of, man. This kind of shit. And you would think like they would have an argument, oh, it's not all humans, but it's definitely enough humans where it's a problem, right? There's enough humans that are doing shit like this where it will be an intergalactic issue at some point in the future. So might as well just Clorox the entire thing. I'm just saying I support you, aliens. I support you. And if you want some sort of like, man on the inside, I'm here for you. I will betray these people immediately for a better deal.
Here it is.
For
Probably
a better
the worst
deal.
thing produced by the cumulative efforts of
For a
humanity.
spaceship,
A video
definitely.
of a sexual deviant, Thaddeus Michael, having sex with an anime pillow that depicts what I can only assume is his imaginary waifu. Click here for the horror. It goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway, just to be sure.
Scott says, shit, I walk away. We was talking about drones. Walk back in on urban youths humping pillows. I'm trying to keep you on your toes, Scott. Trying to keep you on your toes. So, you never know where, yeah. I was telling people that I was doing this contrast because aliens were invading, and then specifically this is why. So that's how we're here. That's how I'm justifying it, right? I didn't have that plan in the beginning, but now that's what it is.
That this video is incredibly not...
Should I sell a Sulk sex pillow? Would you buy a Sulk sex pillow? Should I be shirtless in it? Should there be like little nipples sewn on? Not like painted on like the rest of it, but specifically nipples that are like, those patches like punk kids sew on their jackets? They'd be nipples, but petite nipples. That they would be there though. It would cost more, but I think it would be worth it.
not safe for work and features full nudity
Here,
and
what do you
utterly
think-
creepy.
do
and
I look
disturbing
like I'd be a
behavior
good
from
pill?
bad. Your eyes might be physically unscathed, but your psyche and soul will
Like
be
that.
damaged, possibly beyond repair. I hope that thing has been industrially
Is that a good
dry
pillow?
cleaned before he put it to any other use. But if you can believe it, things only get weirder from here. He started making some posts on social media that were
Scott
suspect.
says I bet it's never been washed. Yeah. Dude, whatever crevice is inside of that pillow, and I'm sure he's probably, if it didn't come with some sort of pocket, let's say, it was cut into it. And inside of that crevice it's just hard. It's just stiff and I'm grossing myself
to
out.
say the least.
Ew.
He posted a picture of a little
Male
girl.
Riot is right. Hard reset. Hard reset on the whole damn planet. You fucked up. You fucked up again, right? We knew this was going to happen. Last time there was a flood. This time it's going to be by fire. So do we deserve it? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. 100%. And I'm not even like sad. I'm a little bit disappointed, but so is God.
Holding a cheese pizza with the caption, "Who ordered the CP?" A not so subtle reference to, well, you know. If we go back to his YouTube channel, we can see he was making some similarly concerning statements as early as 2010 in a video titled Tokyo's Virtual Child Bill, Funimation Dance and the Vampire.
Amanda says, yes, keep your mouth open, John. I'm almost finished. Okay, hold on.
Bund edits.
So Funimation came out with this this news article, not news, but press release saying that there's some vampire anime they licensed. And they're gonna edit like a scene or a couple scenes out.
You guys are
so
sick.
like basically,
it's not gonna be. I keep saying this isn't gonna be a sex cult, and then I keep making like fuck pillows and stuff. And then
animated child, if that's a fucking term.
It's my fault.
And this is fucking terrible because that's fucking censorship, and this is fucking terrible. I mean, you know, I'm not a big fan of real child pornography, like, cause it's kind of, I don't know, I'm not that interested in real people like that, you know, but drawn, animated child pornography, I'm okay with, cause it's drawn.
I'm sorry. What did he just say?
Fucking terrible. I mean, you know, I'm not a big fan of real child pornography, like, cause it's kind of, I don't know, I'm not that interested in real people like that, you know, but drawn, animated child pornography, I'm okay with, cause it's drawn.
Nuke it now! Nuke it now! Nuke the fucking planet right now! I'm gonna go out with him. I don't give a shit. Nuke the fucking planet right now. He says, what the fuck? What the? Oh my God. So he's not even like interested in real people. He's only specifically interested in animations. So that gives him a pass? Does it? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I don't think it does, bro.
Cause real people aren't that sexy to me when it comes to that kind of shit. Look, people drawing Dawn and Misty and May naked and shit, and that new girl from Heart Gold Soul Silver. I don't know what her name is, but people draw them naked. You know, Dawn got the blue and white panties and shit, striped ones. That's fucking sexy. But they're all like 10, 13. You know what I'm saying? People draw. You gonna ban people from drawing fan art of that shit? What's gonna happen to all the people that make rape fantasies and brother and sister sex scenes and shit like that? Sex mangas. You know, I like that kind of shit. You know, wish I had a little sister so I could have sex with. I got a brother. He's a faggot, so I can't really have sex with him.
What? He says, I wish I had a sister so I can have sex with her. I have a brother, but he's a faggot, so I can't have sex with him. Okay. This is just a normal crazy person. What am I saying? This is just a normal fucking crazy person. This is just a normal fucking crazy person. And this is why the aliens are going to just eradicate us. And, you know, it can't be too soon. It really just can't be too soon. Just give this guy's poor sex pillow a break. I know it's inanimate and stuff, but it's still, in his head, it's real. In his head, it's real. So that pillow is truly suffering in his mind. And I think that's enough. I honestly think that's enough. That's enough. We just drag him behind a truck, for God's sakes.
Well, that was a ride. Let's recap. Dad starts off by talking about the anime Dance and the Vampire Bund and how upset he is that Funimation.
Amanda says anime blacks are all serial killers. I don't know. Is that true? I've never heard that before. Not to say you're wrong or anything like that, but is there any cases of black anime dudes that are killing people? I just really want to know if you have any like sources, or are you just saying that because it really, really seems like that. I know it seems like that, but are they actually going out and killing people? Yeah, probably, but do you have any source of that?
Decided to censor it when the anime is full of nudity scenes of a 9-year-old girl. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I mean, to be fair, in the plot, she's actually a centuries-old vampire. I wish I were joking, but the point still stands.
The DC snipers? Okay, I'm going to give that one to Dan. That the DC snipers were probably anime blacks. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
He goes on to say he's A-okay with
When did anime blacks become a thing? Were there always anime blacks, or was this like 2010 and beyond, or like 2000 and beyond? I don't know. I don't remember anime blacks when I was in high school. There was no black people in my high school. Well, there was one, and she was so fucking annoying. She was so fucking loud, dude. So loud, like my God, dude. It was like really, really stereotypical.
withdrawn CP, but in a way that
It
implies
was
he
like
watches
insulting.
himself by mentioning that he's not into real people. He valiantly claims that it's a tragedy that people won't be able to draw sexual fan art of 10 to 13-year-old characters anymore. But
Amanda says, I'm not here to help your show, John. Jesus, don't make me do homework. I'm not making you do homework. Just buy my shirt and you're fine.
real cherry on
You're
top
fine.
is that he laments about what's going to happen to all of
Hey.
the rape and incest material that he so greatly enjoys, even going as far as to say he wishes he had a sister so that he could have sex with her. He complained
There
on
we
Tumblr
go.
when the site took
There we go. Thank you. Mayo Riot with $5 says, so are aliens demons from another dimension, or are they regular aliens from a different galaxy? I don't know. Jess thinks demons. I don't know. Here she comes. She's gonna be like, demons.
UFOs?
Yeah.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Demons.
Demons. Hardcore demons for sure.
What else would it be?
I don't know, but let's just put a picture of me in makeup up here. And so, there.
I look so good.
You look great. You look fantastic, and I look fucking retarded.
That's why I picked it.
Thank you.
No, not because I look great, not because you look retarded.
Okay.
But I love you.
All right.
Oh, Mayo Riot.
Yeah, man, all right, give me
Did you
money.
ring the bell?
I did ring the bell. I know how to do my job. All right? It's my job. It's yeah. So yeah, it just looks great. And I look the way I do. You know, you gotta work with what you got, right? You gotta play the cards you're dealt. And these are the cards I'm dealt, and I am playing them as I see fit.
Look what you got with the cards, though. Come on.
Oh, the modest Jess.
You're about to say my government name?
I was about to say our last name. I'm sorry, I don't want to dox us like that, but
We're not hard to find.
it's not that hard.
We
But
don't.
still, don't want to make it easy.
Okay, ring the bell.
Oh,
Amanda.
oh, Amanda, look at her. She's raining money on me tonight. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Show some nip.
There we. I'm not showing nip unless it's like $20. That's what it is. That's because I don't want to.
Aw, I'm so glad you're putting a price on your nipples.
I told everyone I wasn't a cheap whore, and if I don't stand by that, they're gonna make fun of me and call me gay, and I can't handle that.
I thought you liked being called gay.
No.
Oh.
No.
Retard?
Is that why you've been doing it during sex?
I thought for sure. You said you liked. Never mind. I'm gonna go do dishes.
I have a humiliation thing. All right, that's what I'm into. Amanda says aliens are different species from another galaxies, planets/galaxies, who were sent here to understand our planet. Duh. Oh look what she did. Look what she gave $20 because you had to come and run your mouth. So Amanda gave $20. Says show your nipples, John. Also, I love you, Jess. Mwah. All right, fine.
Love you too. Oh, look how
Hey, ball.
tiny. Look
They
at
kind
how-
of look weird.
They always look weird.
Shut up. It's cold in here.
Look at this.
It's cold in
Okay,
here.
I have a small thumb. Look at the size. I have a very small thumb.
Is this enough? Can I put my shirt down?
Yeah, that's
I think that's enough. I feel cheap. Fucking, I feel like a whore.
like it.
Why? They can stop drones and nothing can approach them, or I don't know. There's also
you,
this
Banda.
theory that
I
some of these
appreciate
drones that
that.
we're seeing are actually our
Wait,
technology.
wrong one. There we go.
down something he posted for having sexual content involving minors.
I did show you both nips. I showed you both nips. There's both of them, right? See? There's not. Look at how fucking cold it is in here. It is cold in here. You can see how fucking cold it is in here, right? It's because my heater's broken. And the only way we can heat our house right now is our fireplace. So it's cold in here. And that's why they're so nippy. Right? They're so nippy. They're so nippy. I'm sure my parents are proud.
I thought Tumblr was the fun place on the internet. I can post porn and pretty much anything I want to here.
Scott
But this
says, "Look
ain't
at
gonna
the
fly if
blushing."
they're gonna
Am I blushing? I am blushing. I'm sorry. Tee-hee. Tee-hee.
kick me off just because I reblogged somebody's pics of cute
I'm telling
Asian
you, I'd
children.
make a good
It's not
fuck
like
pillow.
It was CP or anything.
I would make a really
This
good
site
fuck
isn't as
pillow.
fun as I thought it was going to
Ah.
be. Is there any place on the internet where a pedo can be himself without being hated on? Maybe I should start up my own file social networking site where there will
Amanda
be
says, okay, John, I'd rather see Jess's nips. She's breastfeeding right now, right? So, like, they're breastfeeding nipples right now. Like, they haven't had a chance to recover from that. But they're great. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But no, you can't see them.
no mods. My kind
No.
of people can finally express themselves freely without being ridiculed. You guys keep a lookout for network.com coming soon. But Thad didn't get into truly hot water until he made a series of incriminating Facebook posts that resulted in his house being raided by the FBI. The affidavit from the investigation provides details. On June 24th, 2011, the Detroit, Michigan division of the FBI was contacted concerning an individual on the social networking site Facebook who was
I
actively
could see my follower count just dropping off now because it's like gay. It's getting gay. It's gotten too gay, right? There's a line of gay that you can't go over, and I think we went way over that because Manda started stuffing 20s in my underwear, and I had to like strip.
discussing CP and methods for downloading CP from the internet. The
Maya says my nipples are tiny too, John. It's okay. Solidarity. I like that.
Facebook user ID provided was MadThad08. It goes on to detail what exactly was said that was egregious enough to get
Okay, ladies. Would you? Can you fix him? Can you fix him? Can you fix this guy? Can you fix him? Would you want to fix him? Is there... Because he's got a mouse pad with the boobs. You see this? This is a mouse pad with the boobs on it as the wrist thing. You can't fix that. There's a framed picture of a lowly. A framed... So he went to like, I don't know. Where'd he go? Michael's or something like that. Hobby Lobby. I don't know. Target. A white woman's store. And you get a picture frame, right? And then you take that home. And then you cut out the picture. And then you put that up on your desk. And you that's psychotic. That is like the most psychotic thing I've ever seen. That is so psychotic. Because you already have monitors, right? You can't put that on your monitor. I doubt he leaves his computer. I really do. But no, he has to have a framed picture. And it probably wrote a little note on the back of the picture that says, I love you forever. Love lowly girl, whatever her name is.
get the FBI on his case.
This
In
is-
response to the statement, "Stop downloading all that CP, Thad. You're just asking for it," being posted by another user on McMichael's Facebook page, McMichael wrote, "Will tell 7-year-old girls to stop sucking.
Baba Booey.
So sexy."
Couch Turfing says, bestiality is one of the many tools of the devil. And then Amanda says, closest I got was a Puerto Rican, which is pretty funny. It's pretty funny, but also extremely racist. Which is fine in my chat, which I'm okay with.
Why are we still here?
Am I still on YouTube? I am. I'm live on YouTube, and I don't think anybody's watching. I don't give a shit.
Just to suffer.
McMichael claimed this post was a joke. That feel after you fap to CP. It's a feel like no other. It's like you're floating on cloud 9 or something. You need to try to fap to some CP at least once before you die, because there is no other feel like it. McMichael claimed this post was a joke. All CP isn't rape. Sometimes the kids want it. Most of the time they need it. McMichael also claimed that this post was a joke. So just how many times is he going to use that excuse?
Okay, man. See, it's not... Okay. So if you joke like that, you have to... The rest of your life has to be, like, very different. You know? You have to... People have to not think you're already a pedophile. Right? But you have all these things that are indicating that you are a pedophile. And then you make jokes like this. And so people think, yeah, that's true. That's not a joke. So that's not a joke. That's not a joke. The rest of your life is a clear indication that you are really into whatever you're into. That's not a joke. That's not a joke at all. And you saying that's a joke where's the punchline? How is that funny? I don't know. I've made some terrible jokes on the internet, but I feel like people know their jokes because, you know, the rest of my life is, it doesn't seem, you know what I'm trying to say? This guy is clearly a pedophile, right? So him making statements like this, it's not a joke.
I can fap to the same CP video
It's not
for
a
weeks
joke at all.
because it's so fucking hot. McMichael claims this post was a joke. Who's the girl that wanted to see the retard guy get beat off by a nurse? Well, here it is if you still want to see it. Link to the
JD Grab says, who doesn't love a horny racist? I don't know. I sure do.
video. For disabled people, sexuality is necessary. Also, it's CP. It's a nurse jacking off a 10-year-old boy. Not just any 10-year-old boy, a retard 10-year-old boy. McMichael claims to have originally come across the video on 4chan.org in the B
Amanda says, I am racist, that's why I'm here. Were you racist before you got here, or did I do something?
conversation thread. McMichael guessed the age of
And we're not even bringing race into this, right? We're not making this a race thing, although it is apparent that he is an African. I don't like saying African American. I don't like saying it. I don't like saying African American because it's stupid. I just say African because he looks like an African. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. You can't tell me, no, he's not an African, he's an African American. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to call him an African because I don't know if he's from here. I don't know. What if he has a British accent and I called him an African American and he gets super like defensive and stuff and he's like, oi, mate, I'm not an African American. I'm from Britain. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I should have just called you the N-word. Again, I'm on YouTube. Otherwise, I would have said the full N-word.
Now the video to the age
I'm trying not to get my fucking accounts banned, all right? Because it turns out that sucks.
old. McMichael claims this post was made as a joke. Yeah, I carry around an 8GB hard drive full of CP. McMichael's response to being asked about this post was,
That is not a joke. Saying you carry around an 8 gig hard drive full of cheese pizza, let's call it, that's not a joke. That's not a joke. It's not a joke.
I plead the fifth. Lol. Well, at least he used something other than, it was just a prank, bro. I just got the greatest idea. What if I adopt a little girl? I'm sure she wouldn't mind becoming my sex slave if I take her away from the orphanage. Why didn't I think of this before? It's foil-proof. Now I just gotta locate the Michigan Adoption Agency tomorrow, and my plan will be put into motion. Soon, I'll have my very own Lolly, and she'll have nowhere to run. Bwah, ha 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 ha. Bwah, ha 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 ha. McMichael claims that this post was a joke, and he couldn't possibly actually adopt a little girl anyway.
It's true. He can't adopt a little girl unless he's a gay couple, which is horrific. It's horrific. I don't know why gay couples get preferential treatment in the adoption system, and it's monstrous. Because there's normal white couples, or they don't even have to be white, just normal couples, just heterosexual couples that want to have kids and want to go adopt and stuff. And they have to jump through really big hoops and spend enormous amounts of money adopting a child. But a gay couple just walks in and they're like, yeah, here's our gay certificate. Give us a little boy. It has to be a little boy, right? Because we'll sue you if it's a little girl. There was a case where this gay couple inseminated a mom, what are they called? That carry your baby for you? A surrogate. And the baby turned out to be a girl, and they sued the mom for some reason. How do you know the gender is determined by the male, right? I don't know. Maybe that wasn't true. Maybe that's just something I heard. But regardless, gay people shouldn't be able to adopt. There. Now I'm off YouTube.
Why did he have to write
There,
about his
now I'm
plan
off
to
YouTube.
acquire a child sex slave like he was Dr. Doofenshmirtz trying to blow up the tri-state area? Unsurprisingly, all of these oddly specific and not remotely comedic comments Thad made that he claimed were just jokes were very real. He did indeed have an 8GB flash drive with heaps of illegal material on it, as the records show.
See?
During his interview, numerous images and videos of real children engaged in sexually explicit conduct were
Yikes.
located in the following directories. So he named his
Yikes.
CP folder Don't Click. A genius move, I must say. One would have assumed that the FBI would come across that folder and just not click it. As of this date, we found approximately
Right. It says homework folder, and they're like, nah, I'm not interested in that. I don't want to see like your calculus homework. Nope, I don't see anything weird on this computer. Don't click. Don't click this one, right? Is there at least like other booby trapped ones? Like there's another don't click and then you click on it and it's that bathtub girl from the early 2000s that everybody knows who I'm talking about. Every single one of you know what I'm talking about, right? The bathtub chick, everybody knows, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one.
300 to 350
I don't
images
wanna
and
believe
videos of
that was-
CP among McMichael's electronic media seized during the execution of the Southfield search warrant. Material found in the directory /things/don't click/CP/CP included images of t-shirt designs featuring images of CP. The images also showed an internet address of shirtmockup.com. CP t-shirts? Why? For what purpose? Where could you even wear such a thing? Since then,
Universal Studios. I have seen a it wasn't like it was a neckbeard, right? And he was at Universal Studios. I think he was in line for the Minions ride, right? And he had the shirt and it was like a lowly, but she was covered in cum. She's covered in cum and she had this face like when it was explicit. It was explicit. And I'm like, I don't know why they allow that guy wearing that shirt here. He had to come through the gates. He had to come through the gates wearing that shirt. Right? Because I know there was a thing where people at Disney were like stopping people with like Trump shirts from coming in for some reason. I think they had like the middle finger or something. And they were like, you can't wear that shirt. But apparently, lowly cum face flies. I don't know if somebody even registered, like somebody probably saw it and then they just like looked away real quick and it didn't register in their brain what they were looking at. But you guys can imagine the type of person wearing that. Imagine the type of person that would be wearing that with the greasy long hair, and that's exactly who it was, right? I don't even have to describe him to you because you know what he looks like. I know you know what he looks like just from the t-shirt description. He looked exactly like that. Precisely. He looked like he came out of like a Reddit moderator meeting. He had the look.
Thad was a known element on 4chan. Some people followed the ensuing court case in all of its hilarity. Hey guys, I wanted to keep you up to date on Thad. He called 2 FBI agents and asked them to come to his house and kill him. He won't take his meds and is threatening to kill himself.
Yeah.
The judge put him back in jail again. Meanwhile, he also alienated his private attorney, so much that she withdrew from the case. Thad now has a new private attorney and his
David says, are Universal Studios affiliated with Nickelodeon? No, I don't think so.
public defender withdrew for similar reasons. As Thad was a frequent figure here on /SP, I thought you might want to know. Thad ended up posting bail, but his conditions were that he had to wear an ankle bracelet and not use the internet. 3 days before his bail ended, he tweeted this: "I'm back. Missed my waifu. Stupid feds didn't even find my backup hard drive. Hashtag YOLO. Hashtag swag.
Hashtag anime pussy." 3 days before he was going to get off of, what's that thing they call? The probation. So the judge was like, you cannot use the internet in this time. 3 days before he was going to get off probation, he's all like, ha ha ha, I got away. You didn't even find out my backup stuff. So he's a fucking idiot. He's just stupid. He's just a fucking stupid asshole.
Hashtag waifu. Predictably, his bail was revoked.
There you
In
go.
the end, he served a prison sentence of 5 years, from July 2013 to October 2018.
Could have easily not served that 5 years. Easily not served 5 years in prison. You could have just waited 3 days before you went on Twitter. I know. It's like tempting to go on Twitter and then flaunt your crimes to the world, but at least wait until you're off of bail. That's it. That's it. That's all you needed to wait was 3 more days.
This whole ordeal begs the question, what lengths won't men go to for their waifus? The world may never know. All that time
JD Grab says English means not Scots, Welsh, or Irish. Yeah, but they're all kind of conquered, aren't they? Right? I mean, the United Kingdom is... So whatever. I mean, it really doesn't matter, does it? Does it really matter? I'm sure the Irish would hate me for saying this, but I don't care. I don't care. And I'm sure the Scots would hate me for saying this. Again, I don't really care. English people are basically French people. There, I pissed off everyone. Good.
time in the slammer must not have phased him, because shortly
Pissed
after
off
he got
everyone
out,
with that
he
one.
was back to posting on YouTube as well as 4chan, under the same name of Kotanoha's husbando. Sup, A? I've been in prison for the last decade and need anime to catch up on. I'm in the middle of Hunter x Hunter and loving it. Any other recommendations from 2012 to now? Somebody replies, wait a minute, I just realized something. The girl in your name is a character from School Days. Is that really you or just a troll? And he then posts a picture of himself in a MAGA hat saying, yup, and my eye is still lazy. As for YouTube, he came
very
back with this
interesting.
video.
If you can't beat them, you gotta join them.
Oh, he joined the FBI.
He followed it up with an 8-hour stream in which his apparent fan base welcomed his return in the comment section. He is still posting literally to this day with updates like Gonorrhea and Pride Month, where he details how he became gay while in prison and goes on Grindr now, and him being relieved about his AIDS test being negative. He does, unfortunately, have gonorrhea though. What felonies will Matt that
So he went to prison and became gay. Okay. That's a story arc.
commit next? What new
This is gay
STDs will he
now.
acquire? Will he catch the elusive monkeypox? Only time will tell. You may be under the impression that the
Is it still gay if you're in prison, or is it like the rules are off? But okay, once you get out of prison, it is definitely certainly gay. And in prison, I mean, it depends if you are a willing participant or not. That's what I'm going to say. If you're just getting, getting pounded in the jail cell and you are not pushing back, then it's not gay. Or maybe if you moan, it's gay. You gotta keep real sturdy. You can't moan. If you moan, you're gay. First one to moan is gay. All right. They have to have fun, right? They're all in there forever, so they have to have some sort of game.
e-girl phenomenon is
Right.
a relatively new one. Maybe a figure like Belle Delphine and her legion of orbiters comes to mind. Or maybe you think of Twitch streamers that men simp for, like
Pokimane, have you seen her without makeup? She doesn't look good. And I doubt Belle Delphine looks good without makeup, too. Makeup is a weapon used against men for trickery, right? I'm not saying it should be illegal. I think the opposite. But let's just be fair that makeup is essentially lying about you look better than you actually do. That's what you're lying about. You are making us men believe that you're pretty when you're not, which is not fair. Not fair at all. But again, thank God it exists, because I don't think, and alcohol too, because I think people wouldn't get together otherwise.
Pokimane. But this internet dynamic dates back much further, all the way back to 4chan's
Knobsdog says John moans when he wipes.
inception, as a matter of fact. I guess that shouldn't come as any surprise, considering the type of people who frequent 4chan, lonely neckbeards, didn't start
What do
being
I expect? yeah, you guys are going to call me gay. There's really nothing I can do about it. I think that's just the fact of being on the internet. That you're going to get called gay. And if you are gay, you're going to, I mean, you're gay, so it doesn't, I mean, that sucks.
desperate for women in just the past couple of years.
Thank God I wasn't born gay, right? Because that sounds unpleasant. It sounds unpleasant being gay. It sounds like a nightmare. It really does sound like a nightmare. Like, you guys do that for fun? Jeez. Whoa. That doesn't sound like fun. That sounds like it hurts. And, yeah.
Years. They've always been that way.
Sounds like
in
it
fact.
hurts.
And it's early.
I don't even know how women have sex with men. Right? Doesn't that hurt? Huh? Well, she's into it. But, like, wouldn't that... I just don't understand the physicality of it. You just grit your teeth and take it.
Early days, Ananza developed parasocial relationships and even obsessions with a series of different
And I'm all like, stop it, you're turning me on too much.
girls, who either posted images of themselves to the boards or were posted there by someone else. Women are relatively far and few in between in 4chan, and so the mere presence of any girl whatsoever is enough to instantly send gaggles of basement-dwelling weeaboos into a frenzy. These weren't your typical e-girl and simp dynamics. They were far more extreme than even the ones we see today on social media platforms. These girls, often underage, typically went to 4chan because they wanted attention and saw the board as a means of getting it from touch-starved incels. What they don't account for is that they always get more than they bargained for, as lurkers would not just give them nicknames and discuss them incessantly, but stalked, threatened, and even doxed them in some cases to satisfy their one-sided infatuation with their platonic waifu.
Don't dox people. Doxing people is fucking gay. There should be rules on the internet. I know there's not, because the internet is war. The internet is a place for war. But just like normal war, there's a Geneva Convention. But nobody fucking follows that either. But doxing people, it seems wrong. It seems like, hey, we're just having fun on the internet, and now you made it real. So I'm sure everyone agrees with this. It's not a point I'm making that like this is controversial. You shouldn't fucking dox people. That's messed up. People have like families and stuff. And yeah, they might not like the way you live your life and stuff, but that doesn't mean like that whole Nick Fuentes thing, right? Say what you want about Nick Fuentes. He didn't deserve somebody knocking on his door and hassling him, but he pepper sprayed that lady. And good. Good. I would have done that too. I don't have pepper spray. I have a gun. And yeah, I don't know if I'd shoot you, but I would. I would absolutely shoot somebody. If they came in my door and like bothered me and I felt threatened, like my kids are here, man. I'll blow your brains out. Right? And I won't feel bad.
First of these incidents was Cracky Chan, a 15-year-old girl who posted a series of images of herself on the image board B over the course of a couple of weeks. The board was so obsessed with talking about her that 4chan's admin made it so that any instance of the word cracky would be changed to another random word ending in CKY. She inevitably laid low due to all the unwanted attention and creepy behavior coming from Anons, and her fanboys only got all the more desperate. I'll never forgive you.
She loved the attention, and that's the kind of chick that'll ruin your life. And it's not because she's underage, although that will ruin your life. But even if she was above age and you dated that chick, she would ruin your life. She's insane. She's crazy. People that go to 4chan, no less, and like post a bunch of pictures like that looking for attention. She's crazy, and she'll always be crazy. Always. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being crazy. I'm crazy. Jess is crazy. It works for us. You know? We're fun. And it works for us. So there's nothing really wrong with being crazy if you are also crazy and you can kind of make it work. You know? Everyone's crazy.
You assholes for chasing
But this bitch is gonna ruin your life. That's my point here.
that adorable girl away. You are all horrible, disgusting people, and I hope there's a God and he makes you suffer in hell. I'll never again be able to fall asleep without thinking of her warm, cute, smiling face. You have ruined my life completely. All I do all day now is think stuff up to post about her on Troll Talk to get people to talk with me about her, because that's all.
Charlie, Amanda says if you earn money from the internet like a lot, you deserve it. And then she like donates and then buys shirts and stuff like that. What are you trying to get at, Amanda? Are you trying to like get people to come to my door and stuff?
That's left. I am going mad, and I hope you're happy with what you've done. If
And Amanda says, I need to find a crazy that matches mine. You will. I believe in you. I believe in you. Just wear that "it's not a sex cult" shirt around. And then people will be like, what's that about? And then you'll be like, meet me here. Make sure you're not followed. Don't tell anybody. And then slide them a card, right? I need to have a card. Like a mysterious card that like maybe self-destructs. I don't know. Right? It's got to be real cloak and dagger. Or otherwise people won't be intrigued. And that's what we're going for here.
If I ever see someone mention
Intrigue.
4chan in real life, I'll fucking beat him to death with my belt. Eventually, I should be able to kill all those responsible for this. Yeah, pretty angry to say the least. But this whole ordeal was child's play compared to some other of the Chan girl cases. In 2006, a girl who came to be dubbed Lolly Chan was just 12 years old when she started posting pictures of herself on B. The images she posted to the board were innocent enough, such as one with
Look at the dolls. Look at the dolls. Look at that. Look at that. That's not okay. That's weird. I know you're 12, but that's still weird. But you're posting pictures of yourself on 4chan. You deserve this. And I hate to say that because she's a fucking child. But I mean, like, stupid children exist. And that's a shame. That's a shame that stupid people, you know when somebody's going to grow up to be stupid. And it seems like this is going to be one of them. Also crazy because the dolls. I don't know what problem specifically I have with the dolls. They seem creepy to me.
B written on her hand like Cracky Chan. Predictably, the board became infatuated with her. She was
Naturally.
interviewed by Jezebel much later on and details the experience. After Lolly had garnered Chan status, she says, the attention became addictive. She had her own board on.
Amanda says kids nowadays look so much older than they actually are. The females look a lot older than they actually are. Males do not. And I think it has to do with food, right? Like RFK says they're putting poisons in food, and he's right. He's absolutely right. And there's something where they're just putting estrogen in everything or something like that. So younger girls are developing much quicker, and then guys seemingly don't develop at all. They'll get to like 25, 26, 30 years old and still like have a very slight frame and not be able to grow like facial hair and stuff. So I'm not going to say it's on purpose, but it definitely seems on purpose. But I think that's what you're talking about. It's not kids in general. It's specifically females. And the males seem to be not developing at all. Probably due to a lack of testosterone or abundance of estrogen through, I don't know, plastics or soy perhaps. Although I don't really believe all that soy. I don't really believe that soy is the main culprit for the lack of testosterone in the modern world. I'm sure it is a culprit. I just don't think it's the main culprit. It might be like estrogens that are in the water table from birth control pills. It might be BPAs in plastics. It could be a lot of sources.
On Chan Chan, a sub-forum that gathered pictures of cam
Hey, Noel.
girls. It's now called Chan Sluts, where she gained a large fan base. She'd also chat with
Noel says there should be 50 likes. Estrogen in the water. Estrogen in the water, yeah. Because we can't filter it out. And there should be 50 likes.
hundreds of men per day via AIM.
Seed
Even after
oils.
she was
Seed
caught by her
oils could be
parents,
another
she
one.
posted a picture of herself wearing her school insignia, and a woman who frequented 4chan called her school and alerted the principal of her online behavior. She continued to go on the board covertly, uploading photos when her family was away. Surprising not that many people, it proved extremely easy to source a consumer base of pedophiles from B, though it should be mentioned that at least some people tried to band together to get her board shut down. There's an image board called Lollychan, which features an alleged 13-year-old girl from South Florida who goes by the online handle of the same name, Lollychan. On this board, she posts pictures of herself, clothed so far. Pedophiles, sexual deviants, and all kinds of unsavory people flock there to interact
Asking
with
for
her.
it?
I don't
I'm
know if she's a
sorry.
cop.
I'm sorry. I remember being 13 and I remember being these ages and stuff like that. And I remember the girls of that age. And even back in my day, the internet was a thing and people knew not to do that. People had sense not to do that, right? So this seems like asking for it. How stupid are you? How fucking stupid you're gonna post pictures of yourself on 4chan expecting perverts not to track you down? That's insane.
Or if it's an older brother.
I don't care. You're 13, right? You should know that. You should absolutely know that. And you do know that. And you're just like, fuck it. Crazy. That's crazy.
Or who knows. But I do know that it's disturbing. It's gotten a lot tamer recently because she claims she's waiting for a new camera and hasn't been taking new photos. But it used to be ridiculous. Guys were posting pictures of their cocks, begging for her contact information, and generally acting a fool. I fear when it gets popular again, it can all blow up. She thinks she's smarter.
Knobs Dog says they're lacking attention. Yeah, that's exactly what this is, an attention grab thing. And she gets tons of attention. I'm positive. She has her own image board or whatever. I don't go on 4chan. I don't know how 4chan works. So she got tons of attention. So it worked. I'm just saying she had more sense than this. Please tell me she had more sense than this. Right? Because if I had a daughter and I ever caught her pulling some shit like this, well, my daughter wouldn't have access to the internet. And she wouldn't even know the internet exists. And she'd be like one of those. I would keep her in a bomb shelter. And she would wear pilgrim clothes. And eventually I would sell her off.
Than the average kid, and her pedo teasing
For
is
many
all a gag.
cows.
She
I don't
loves
know.
getting attention from much older guys with all
I
sorts
don't have a daughter, so I don't have to worry about that.
of ideas in their heads. Her fans,
I just
as she
have
refers
sons.
to them. I wonder how many parole violations
God.
are going on there. I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not sure what's legal, but this must end immediately. This opinion clearly was not the dominant one at the time, though. Not on 4chan, at least. Because the show went on. All this attention she was getting was obviously coming from the wrong sorts of people. Predators. After all, who else would be so preoccupied with such a young girl? As a result, they repeatedly tried, and
Amanda says this is killing my fem boner. I'm sorry? This is killing your fem boner? This is not the place to get fem boners, okay? I know you gave me $20 to show my nipples, and I don't know how I feel about that. But this is a hard-hitting news program. Okay? This is about relevant information that you guys will take into your life and reflect upon and try to guide you in a better, more responsible direction. This isn't a smut show. You know? I know. All right, the nipples through you. But come on. How many times do I have to say this isn't a sex cult? All right? This is not sex oriented. All right? This is not supposed to be femboner time. This is supposed to be hard-hitting news. God damn it.
eventually succeeded at exploiting her. When she was 14, Lolly had her
Jesus.
first online boyfriend. He
I've
was
lost
30.
control.
She dumped him after 8 months.
I have
after
lost
seeing a
control.
photo of him and realizing he was a
I'm sorry
fat,
about
nerdy
your
guy,
femboner,
as Conti
Amanda.
puts it. Her second
Oh,
online boyfriend,
no.
who went by George Beard, claims to be her age, but definitely seems like he was an older man with pedophilic fantasy.
And you come back with a pretty good point. You don't need to watch videos that tell you not to diddle underage kids. Yes, yeah, no, I get that. I really do. That's not, I'm not, you know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying. I don't think you bang a body pillow that's like lowly, although I am selling Sulk body pillows now. They're maybe I'll have a nipple. Can somebody screenshot that and then edit it to make me look gay? I don't think I'm gay enough in that. I'm just saying.
He kept asking for photos of her.
Can
and
you guys do that for
he would
me?
Tell her about how he fantasized about.
Can you crop that and put me in a compromising position and then spread it all over the internet for me? Thanks.
His niece, etc. After months of dating,
Thanks.
George
You
convinced
guys are
Lolly to
great.
send him naked pictures. He promptly posted them on 4chan. People began posting her personal information online. Someone uploaded a picture of her house with the caption, "Here's
Scott says, and screenshot.
where I'm gonna kidnap her."
And
She would eventually start
screenshot.
modeling on
Screenshot. All right, I've had enough of this pedo. I don't give a shit. Yeah, he's black. He's a pedo. Whatever. Well, thanks for joining me on this sex cult night, guys. /aliens/weirdos. I don't know if we made any progress. I'm not going to lie to you. I honestly, I think we're moving backwards. If this was an AA meeting, everyone would be drinking by now. So that's just it. That's just what it is. I would be a terrible AA leader. And I would have to be taking back all your coins or whatever. They're chips, right? I'll be like, you guys don't deserve these. Let's get wasted, right? That's what I would do. I'd be the cool one. I'd be like, I want to be in that AA class because he lets you drink. I wouldn't be good at it. I'd be fired almost immediately. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming. Please hit the like button on your way out. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for the donations. I really do appreciate that. It helps me continue doing the things that I do for you guys, like show my nipples and stuff, and make your lives better. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great night. Get out there, stay safe, make me proud. You know you do. You handsome bunch of bastards. Get out there and find someone just as crazy as you. Have a life. Have some kids. Make the best of it. Make the best of it. So I'll be back tomorrow. I hope to see you guys there at 8 p.m. Until then, you guys, drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, but I guess monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, born like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.
Noel says bye. Thank you.